Hey guys, this is Tracy Walker and welcome to day 10 of our 10-day boot camp, and it is definitely my pleasure to bring up the rear with this final video. And you know what? I want to make it super exciting for you, and notice what it's called. It's called How to Pimp Slap Your Blog and make it, literally make it, bring you massive traffic. Now, I am a master pimp slapper when it comes down to blogging, and I want you to make sure that you recognize and understand that this is an effort of the Dream Team Leadership, and this is sponsored by DreamTeamLeadership.com. So let's go ahead and get started. So now we have a very big problem at hand out here in the internet marketing space, and let's talk about a few of these problems before we even really get into the nitty-gritty. Number one, people don't really understand how to build a blog. Right? People don't know what they're doing, and even if they had an idea what they're doing, they're really spending a bunch of money, right? Or here, this is time if you're going to build your own, and that's okay, because I certainly built my own blog, but I will tell you, it took me a whole bunch of time to get that stuff done. And so even if you figured that out or decided you didn't want to do it that way, it was going to cost you a whole bunch of money to have it built. Right? So if you decided you wanted to outsource this blogging process, then, it can cost you, hundreds of dollars, even up to thousands of dollars once you start adding in things like plugins and graphic design work and customization for your opt-in forms and autoresponder messages and just all this different hoopla that goes on behind the scenes here. Now, let's just say that you've got this done in either case, whether you built it yourself or you outsourced it. The thing is, your blog now has no traffic, right? And because it has no traffic, that means there's no eyes. No one is looking at your blog because nobody can even find it. So if they can't find it, clearly they can't see it. And so if that's the case, then what you need to realize that you need to do is you need to start exercising a little discipline, right? And that discipline is generally some things like some SEO. You're gonna have to learn some of this stuff. You're gonna have to learn a little bit of backlinking. You're gonna have to learn a little bit about off-page optimization, right? Some other strategies that you can do, like article submissions and forum posting and all these different things. And at the end of the day, you are going to have to blog daily. Right? You just are. And why are you going to have to blog daily? Well, because it's a brand new blog. No one's ever seen it before. You don't have any work done to it. You don't have any type of any juice going to the blog. So you're going to have to blog daily just to give it some recognition on the search engines. And whether it's a brand new blog or one that you've had for a little bit of time, and whether you built it or whether you outsourced it and all this, at the end of the day, many times this blogging daily thing, which is a must, well, it poses a slight problem for most people because they don't really have this little thing right here that we call time. So what do you do? Well, we've got some conventional solutions here, okay? Now, one solution that many people employ would be literally to just outsource, right? Just outsource the writing of your blog posts. Right? And if you could do that, then that would be great. At least you don't have to write yourself, right? But guess what? You're gonna still have to do the keyword research, okay? And if you don't know how to do that accurately, then you're kind of wasting your time because your posts still aren't going to be seen. You're still going to have to craft the message, right? Because if you're going to send someone or have someone to write content for you, you've got to direct them in terms of the way that you want the information written. What angle do you want to go at? Who are you going to be targeting? All these different things. You still got to craft the message, all right? Then once they write it, you got to proof it, okay? And then, even in this process, if you're going to hire somebody, they may not be that great with English. They might not, their grammar might not be together. So you're going to have to spend a lot of time going back and forth. You're going to have to make adjustments to this whole thing here, right? And by the time you do all this, what you thought you were saving in time actually just spends more time again, right? So this is more time here. All right. Then another thing that you could do is you could do some auto blog posting, right? So you can get a service where you can literally do some auto blogs, or you can subscribe to these auto blogs where they will automatically post content to your blog at scheduled intervals based on whatever you choose, right? So yeah, we'll put post content automatically. Okay, so they can post this here. Now, the thing here, though, with these auto blogs is that now none of this information is optimized, right? You might have a topic, but you don't really have a specific keyword that this thing is targeting, so it's not optimized. And, you know, you don't have any type of SEO going on here. And for all you know, you may be speaking in a tone, in a voice that doesn't reflect you, right? Especially if you're in a home-based business or something like that where you really want to connect with your market. You don't really have the voice that you want. It may not even read the way that you would write things. And so you may or may not be comfortable with that. And then after even if you had this done, you're still going to have to go in here and do some syndication and all this different stuff, right? So we've already kind of outlined two problems here, right? Now, the third solution that you could do ultimately is to just very easily just write it yourself, right? And if you write it yourself, you can definitely have the voice that you want to have. You can definitely make sure that the keywords and things like that are done. And you can also make sure that some of your SEO and your on-page optimization is done properly. And that's all well and good, but you better doggone do it daily. Right? I mean, you better do it daily. And if you don't do it daily, you are missing out on the traffic. You just are. And the reason is because there's this little thing called Alexa, right? And it kind of gives a rating of all the different websites in the world, and they break them down into a ranking, right? So, you know, Google has a ranking of number 1, Facebook has a ranking of number 2, YouTube has a ranking of number 3, Yahoo has a ranking of number 4, and so on and so forth, right? So, you know, your blog may have a ranking of 5,347,298, right? That might be your blog ranking, and you're gonna need to get this ranking up. You're gonna have to increase your ranking so that you can start to have more viewers. And the way that you do that is based on the number of links and things like that you have coming into your blog. And these links kind of correspond to traffic that you have coming in. And unless you're blogging daily, you're going to make this process a very long and tedious process. Okay, so you're gonna have to blog daily, period, the end. So whether you have the time or not, this is gonna have to be done. Well, again, we're back to the initial problem here, which is, well, you just don't have the time, you just don't know what to blog about, which means that you just don't have the content, right? I mean, even if you had the content for 5 days, or if you had the content for 10 days, I mean, literally to blog every single day, you would need content 365 days of the year, right? And how many of you actually have 365 pieces of content that you can literally put on your blog, ready to rock and roll, go, be happy, be excited every single day? Can't wait to get to your blog to share your content, optimize it all, and do everything you need to do. If you don't have this, then you are at a slight, very, very slight disadvantage, okay? So let me just kind of reflect on some things that we've shared with you over the past 9 days in the boot camp. Okay, so first, let's just kind of walk you down memory lane. I want you to start thinking about something. Remember, we're talking about pimp slapping your blog, right? So let's just look at a little something that we put together here. So we had 9 of them, right? So the first video was where Adrian Hines talked about solo ads, right? Okay, that was a great piece of content. On day 2, we had Roger Silvera, and Roger talked to us about branding on social media. All right, okay, awesome training Roger provided. On day number 3, we had Bilal, And Bilal talked about banner advertising, right? Banner ads. How many of you guys actually tapped into that and started placing some banner ads? Hopefully you did. Next, we actually had Teresa, right? And I'm writing her name. We had Teresa Key out from California, and Teresa talked about using online groups, right? Free online groups and communities, and how you can get leads from them, right? That was on day number 4. Now, follow me, pay attention, stick with me. Day number 5, we had Stephanie. And Stephanie pretty much gave everyone the breakdown on how to syndicate your blog post so that you can actually start driving traffic and getting some backlinks to your content, right? So syndicate your blog posts. All right. On day number 6, we had Apple, right? Apple Daniels. I don't know why I keep typing everyone's name. We have Apple Daniels, and Apple talked about how to monetize your blog. Now that is extremely important, right? Monetize your blog. If you got a blog and you're not making any money from it, then something is seriously wrong, okay? So let's kind of get that going. Day number 7, we had Carlton, and Carlton shared with us how to recruit. This is a biggie. How to recruit using your email list, right? Now, if you don't have an email list, not to worry, because that means you need to go back to Adrian's day 1. You need to go back to Bilal's day 3, okay? And even Teresa's day 4, okay? And those things are going to help you to start getting leads, which will jump onto your list. And then Carlton tells you how to recruit from that list of people that you're building from those strategies. On day number 8, we had Bowie. And Bowie shared with us literally how to turn your passion into profits, right? How to turn your passion into profits using your own online profit system, right? Creating your own products, creating your own ebooks and things like that, just like Bowie did, okay? Your own online profit system. And then on day 9, right before this video, we had Fred McClure, and Fred literally talked about how to optimize your blog posts for Google, right? Now, I want you to take a look at this for a second. How much content is this really? Right? This is really a lot of content, and for you to provide some information, you might just have to know something about all this stuff. And let's say you're new, you don't know anything about solo ads yet, you're just not figuring out Facebook, you don't know anything about monetizing your blog, you haven't made any money yet, you don't even have a list. So how can you talk about recruiting from a list and you don't even have a list? All this stuff goes into play, and so you're at a disadvantage because you don't know any of this stuff. But this is the master pimp slap strategy. See, this is what we did on the dream team. This is where the strategist comes out, right? This is how this works. What we did was we took a group of 10 people, right? And these 10 people each came up with one concept each, right? And then that gave us 10 concepts, right? And all you had to do was come up with the one. But every day for the last 10 days, you had a piece of content to blog about, right? You had a piece of content to blog about. You literally leveraged your team members to create 10 pieces of content for you to blog daily onto your blog, and you didn't even have to know any of this crap. In fact, you probably could learn some stuff that you didn't even know. How awesome is that? So what we literally did here, not only did we kind of pimp slap our blog, you know what? We almost pimp slapped our teammates too, didn't we? We pimp slapped each other. We pimp slapped our teammates, and it's called teamwork making the dream work. So that's what we did here. And this is the master pimp slap strategy. This is actually a co-op, right? But we did it in the framework of blogging daily so that you don't have to come up with all the content. All you have to do is grab the video link and go post it to your blog. Now, I want you to understand that this is something that everyone can really do. This will work long term because you literally now have content that is ranking, right? Not only is it ranking for you, it's ranking for others, right? And if it's ranking for others, they are getting what we call recognition, right? If they're getting recognition, aren't they going to do this over and over and over and over again? And then we actually have a rotator, right? And inside of our rotator, we have all 10 people's links inside of our rotator, so that every time someone clicks on dreamteamleadership.com, it goes to one of the 10 people that provided you content inside of our little Pimp Slapp strategy here, right? So there is a benefit to each and every person involved, including you, because you have content every single day, but you also have 1/10 of a chance to get a lead. And guess what? The more people that love that solo ad video, the more people that love that syndication video, the more people that love all these different videos, they're going to be told to go to where? That one URL that we've been telling you about this whole time, right? dreamteamleadership.com. They're going to be going there. And every time they go there, time and time and time again, over and over and over again, for years and years and years and years, you have 1/10 of a chance to get the lead for work that you only did 1/10 of. Right? And it's on your blog forever. You can drive traffic there. You can refer other people there. And you don't mind telling people to go look at Bowie's video. Why? Because Bowie's video is also advertising you, because you have a vested interest in this link, dreamteamleadership.com. So what I want you guys to understand is that you can apply the Pimp Slapp strategy to your business. First thing you need to do is gather a team of people, right? Gather a few people and let these few people know that they're going to have to come up with a piece of content. They can pick something that they're skilled at, and their skilled trade now becomes their content, right? They're going to create a video, or they're going to write an article, and they're going to post it to the group, right? And then each day you're going to go and you're going to take this content and you're going to post it to your blog. That's all you have to do. How simple and how easy is that? Well, I don't think it can get any simpler or easier than that. So here's what you absolutely have to do next. Next, what you need to do is decide whether you want to join the Pimp Slapp revolution and get massive traffic. And let's just be real. Of course you do. Don't kid yourself. Of course you want to know how to do this. Of course you want to start implementing this. Of course you want more traffic coming to your site without you having to do all the dang on work. So that's the first thing you need to do. So the answer here is absolutely yes. Okay, a big yes. Step number 2 is to go to dreamteamleadership.com and get plugged into what we're doing. Go to dreamteamleadership.com, and when you do that, you're going to plug into our team, and we're going to help you to get pimp slapping right away. See, all you have to do is partner with us, okay? We can add you, and we can put you in a group of pimp slapping bloggers all around the world, and in these little groups we can dominate the entire internet with this little Pimp Slapp strategy, okay? So I hope that this boot camp has been exciting for you. I hope it has been definitely eye-opening. This has been Tracey Walker. I'm so excited to share with you the Pimp Slapp strategy, and all I want you to do at this point is head over to www.dreamteamleadership.com, and we will see you on the other side.